Hey, Alex here from Black Sheep IT Consulting. So here we are at the end of 2024 and it's time for our regular annual highlights reel of what happened in the past 12 months in Siebel CRM. So before we start, you might find it challenging to keep up with the pace that Oracle sets with 12 monthly updates per year. And this is why at the Siebel Hub we have created new features training, role-based features training for architects, administrators, developers, application integrators, or future-proofing your career with cloud and containers and Siebel Cloud Manager. Among these new feature courses, you will find a lot of information about the most recent releases. We have our always up-to-date guarantee, and of course you find any other Siebel CRM training that you would like as a beginner or as an experienced practitioner. So go to siebelhub.com or follow the links in the description to find out more. Now let's wind back to January 2024 with the first release of Siebel 24.1, including React Native for mobile applications as the application framework, so to speak. More on that in a little bit. And also Siebel Cloud Manager is in constant change, and improvements happen even twice a month. And we have in 24.1 welcomed the file system cleanup API. So the Siebel mobile applications are a bit confusing if you don't work in the Siebel mobile realm. So you find an application called Siebel on Google Play or on the iOS App Store. And those are not full-fledged Siebel applications. They are merely frameworks to host basically a browser, and that browser displays the Siebel web application. That is the Siebel mobile application. And Oracle changed the framework, the development framework for that mobile application to React Native in 24.1. In February 2024, we had a new view introduced for administrators and also support for SASL Scrum authentication for the Kafka integration, which was introduced just in 23.6. So this monthly updates view that you have when you update or upgrade to 24.2 or higher, which you definitely do when you watch this video, then go to the administration application screen and check out the monthly updates view, which Oracle provides here with very nice summaries of what has happened during the latest update or updates in regards to post-install database setup or the repository upgrade, both of which are important, vital parts of an update operation from a prior Siebel continuous release, such as, let's say, 22.5 to the latest as 24.12 at the time of this recording. The March 2024 release was a little bit silent, so no new features there, lots of bug fixes as usual, and we have introduced the Web Tools Online help here. And that is a nice reminder that when you use the web tools, you can also now use the bookshelf guides that come as part of the Siebel Tools Online help in the comfort of your browser, something that wasn't possible before and might come handy when you want to do a quick lookup of, let's say, an eScript function. It is also typically in the month of March that Oracle extends the lifetime support or the premier support for all on-premises applications unlimited, of which Siebel CRM is a member. And as it happened in March 2024, Oracle extended the premier support for Siebel CRM and all other applications unlimited to at least December 2035. So that is an 11-year time span, which, as Oracle always emphasizes, is to be expected to be extended 1 year later for another year. So it's a rolling support window that keeps Premier support alive for all these major application suites that Oracle has. Siebel CRM is an extensive and vast area where we have lots and lots of functionality. We have, of course, Siebel Web Tools since IP17, which constantly is enhanced. Then we have Universal Customer Master, for example, and we have industry applications such as clinical trial management systems, all three of which got an update in April 2024. So Web Tools now, finally, you could say, features the format toolbar in the Web Tools Form Applet editor, which is a very welcome addition to people who struggled with the Form Applet editor because it lacked that important toolbar, and now the tooling is available for developers to work with the Form Applet editor. UCM, Universal Customer Master, comes now in as of 24.4 and higher pre-integrated with Apache Kafka. This is based on the event publication subscription module that was introduced in June 2023. So it's a part of the Siebel framework, and more Siebel standard applications start using that integration layer. Also, CTMS, Clinical Trial Management System, is part of the Oracle Health Initiative, and it's a very vital application for clinical trials and has improved mobile capabilities since 24.4. Now let's forward to May 2024, where we saw some version updates. Interestingly, for Zookeeper, which is since 24.5 on version 3.8.3, and the OCI Java SDK has been updated to 3.33 in 24.5, but in recent Siebel versions has always been updated along. The OCI Java SDK is a vital part of the integration for the OCI AI integration, or that is included since 22.10, and more on that in a little bit. In June 2024, we saw the release of the Redwood theme that we will cover in just a moment, and also Siebel Cloud Manager got a very important enhancement. It now supports since 24.6 and higher full observability by providing monitoring and log analytics. So let's dive right into a stroll down memory lane, if you will, as we can go back to 1995 and see that the Siebel user interface is recognizable 30 years ago. We used the FAT client, if you're not familiar with that term, or the dedicated client. There was a client-server architecture until 2000. Then, of course, came the web architecture with the famous Siebel systems provided web client user interface in Internet Explorer, High Interactivity, ActiveX, you name it, all obsolete by now. And we started using OpenUI back in 2012, 2013, with Aurora being one of the major themes that customers use until today. Supports desktop and mobile applications. We got smartphone UX, that was the major overhaul of the mobile application in 2020. And now in Siebel 24.6, Oracle bestowed upon us the Redwood theme. Now, it's important to understand about the Redwood theme that is inspired by the Oracle Redwood design system, but it's not a UI or UX created with that design system, with the components of that. So it's still plain Siebel OpenUI, jQuery based, but the look and feel, thanks to style sheets, changed to become more like the Redwood design would dictate. So Oracle has provided a lot of features along with that, which we have discussed at length in other videos. If you are exploring or already using Siebel Cloud Manager, then you'll be delighted to hear that it gets a lot of updates because it's a very fresh product, and monitoring and log analytics, aka observability stack, has been added in 24.6. In July 2024, we saw the ability to delete delivered developer workspaces, or D3W, and we also saw some enhancements in test automation, and to the chagrin of many a developer, TinyMCE replaced the CK editor for rich text editors in Siebel CRM. So the deletion of delivered developer workspaces is something that was not possible before 24.7. Now in 24.7 or higher, developers or administrators can delete any number, either in batch or dedicated, of already delivered developer workspaces, no matter what parent they have, be it a main workspace or a parent integration workspace. And test automation is also a field of continuous enhancements, and there we see the addition of a condition field to the test step list, so you now can execute test steps based on an expression or a condition. And we have witnessed the replacement of the CK editor JavaScript library that powered the rich text editor until 24.6, and in 24.7 or higher, TinyMCE replaces CK editor, which is of course important to understand if you use rich text editors in Siebel, in your Siebel application, or you even have customized a CK editor and you update to anything higher than 24.7, so be aware of this change. In 24.8, we saw another round of wizards being added to web tools. We saw an enhancement for Siebel mobile applications, another enhancement for CTMS, and another great announcement for Siebel Cloud Manager. So a lot happened in summer. We got 2 new wizards, Form and List Applet Wizard into web tools, so the wizard count in web tools goes up steadily. We got automatic synchronization for disconnected mobile applications. And in the big announcement for Siebel Cloud Manager was that you can now bring your own Kubernetes cluster, or basically bring your own CNCF compliant cluster, which means Cloud Native Computing Foundation compliant, which could include Red Hat OpenShift, for example. So this is a great enhancement and greatly increases the footprint, or the theoretical footprint, of Siebel Cloud Manager just beyond Oracle Kubernetes Engine. Now 24.9 was the release where we saw a major upgrade to the OCI AI integration, which is included since Siebel 22.10, and in 24.9 Oracle added and improved the support for that integration and added support for generative AI integration. So of course in 2024 there is no IT presentation without generative AI, so Siebel 24.9 entire has pre-built integration with Oracle's generative AI service, such as sentiment analysis for service requests and activities, or text summarization for activities. This goes in addition to the existing use cases that Oracle provides with out of the box, and that is now a great enhancement to modern Siebel. Now we are already in October 2024, where OCI AI integration got another improvement with the speech-to-text transcription now using the OpenAI Whisper Medium model. And at the time of this recording, just a few weeks ago, Oracle released 24.11 with the Upgrade Factory 2.0. So the upgrade factory, of course, is important if you have not yet upgraded beyond IP17. So if you're still on any release between 7.8 and IP16, you can use the Siebel Upgrade Factory, the improved version of it, to run your assessment, to run your development database upgrade, and even your test and production database upgrades, either using Siebel Cloud Manager, so with the power of OCI, or you can also use your on-premise Siebel version 24.11 or higher to run these upgrades. And more about upgrades in a few moments. November was also the month where Oracle released an update to, or an updated statement of direction document. Follow the links in the description to download that document from Oracle support. And of course, this is very important guidance for the future releases. Now we are in December 2024 with another monthly update, just fresh out of the oven. And this is action-packed with Siebel CTMS getting another update here, the Apache Kafka integration, and also customer order management. Most notably, the Apache Kafka integration, that is the event publication subscription based integration with Apache Kafka, which was introduced in 23.6, gets a major overhaul and now supports Kafka partitions. So yeah, the 12 monthly updates for Siebel 24 bring a lot of enhancements and features. So you might be already on a continuous release of Siebel CRM, such as anything beyond Siebel 19, or you might have not yet upgraded your Siebel environment. So let's talk about how do you get to the latest Siebel 24.12 at the time of this recording, or maybe when you watch this video in a later time, it might be Siebel 25 or even later. So how do you get to the latest Siebel version, depending on what version you're coming from? So the oldest Siebel version that you can really take and upgrade as per the official documentation is 7.5.3, which was released 21 years ago in 2003. So it's not even a teenager anymore. And the 7.7 is also one of these very old releases that is still supported to do an upgrade to the latest Siebel 24, but it will be a two-step upgrade via the 8.1.1 version. And you also would have, of course, to consider more effort to upgrade high interactivity to OpenUI. The aforementioned 7.8.2 version is the first of versions through 8.2 that support a one-step full upgrade. Still, they are high interactivity, so you must also upgrade to OpenUI. And here's the 8.1.1 version that is the jump from the two-step upgrade if you come from an older version. And that is the first version which included OpenUI as an option. Same up to IP15, but with IP16, OpenUI was the only user interface option. So if you're in any of these releases, you might have OpenUI already, and your upgrade path becomes a little bit less steep because you can use the incremental repository merge, or IRM. All of these versions mean you have to take the upgrade path. So upgrade means you are on IP16 or earlier, and you have yet to conduct the major, the big one, the big project that is a Siebel upgrade from these versions. The duration of this project is not to be underestimated. It is measured in person months or even person years. It's a significant effort. And that separates the older Siebel versions from the modern Siebel infrastructure. So you can go directly from any of these old Siebel versions, including the two-step upgrade. You end at the latest 24.x, 24.12, or in a few months' time, 25.1 or 2. version. So you always go straight to the latest Siebel version. But then, of course, you have the monthly updates. So let's consider you have upgraded to Siebel 23 and you want to get to Siebel 24 or any release between IP17 really and today. Then you would have to do an update. And the update means that you apply a binary update, you run the post-install database setup, which is mandatory, and you optionally run the repository upgrade. We have plenty of videos on the Siebel Hub YouTube channel, which explain in great details how these updates work. And the good news about these updates is that they are measured in person days. So it's just a few person days away from the latest and greatest Siebel release. So again, as we reach the end of this highlight reel for Siebel 24, be reminded that any modern Siebel version has challenging content and things to learn, especially if you have to bridge a gap of several years. For example, you want to learn about Kafka integration, then check out the Siebel Hub Learning Experience. Follow the links in the descriptions. There is a module for every single modern feature of the modern day Siebel infrastructure available. So thank you very much for watching. Take care and bye-bye.